And after just 3 official working days, welcome to the weekend. My name is Joyce Chooks.
My name is Blessing Donald.
This is the Weekend Rundown. Exciting stuff. And now the Weekend Rundown is this show, like you know, where we'll give you some of the craziest things that happened in the past week, specifically 10 things. And for our number 10 this week, Bold has us covered. Bold, what's up? What's happening at number 10?
Okay. According to what's going on social media, apparently a man was caught trying to steal an old lady's urine. Yeah, like it happened in Delta State, Warri, Ekpan Town Hall. I think that is where they arrested him. Apparently, he thought it was nobody was watching as he used a white handkerchief to go and pick up the saw where an old lady just eased herself. Like literally. But apparently in Nigeria, someone is always watching. So they caught him while he was trying to pick up the urine, and when they, do their little jungle justice, they stripped him naked and found that he had a sham wrapped around his waist and he had other handkerchiefs with him. Apparently that was not the only urine sample he was going to take for that day. So thank God they caught him. I'm not saying it's good for jungle justice, but really, an old lady's urine, what did you want to do with it? She's already old. There's no long life coming for him, Forgive me, but that is just...
I mean, I have so many questions, like, mostly why?
Why?
Just why?
Yeah, like
why?
But don't ask me. If you ask me, who will I not ask?
Why? Alright, now, so let's move into our number 9 story. Now, crazy things are happening in our country. It's not the first time. I mean, we did hear a story about how the DSP of police was released after 3 million naira ransom was paid to the kidnappers. And we're still here thinking, how safe are we if the police cannot actually save their DSP? But that's not even the story I have at my number 9. So the story I have at my number 9 is actually quite interesting. Now, 2 men have been arrested, one 33-year-old and the other one a 37-year-old. Now, one of them was arrested for impersonating the police officer. Now, this man was caught with a complete police officer's uniform with the rank of a DSP.
Wow.
And apparently him and his accomplice had just stolen a car, a Toyota Camry in Lagos, and they were transporting the car to their hideout in Enugu.
Why are you ruining the name of police people in Nigeria now? Why, brother? Why?
I think police people are ruining their own. Like they're okay.
They're okay.
They are doing a great job by themselves of ruining the name. It's just crazy. I've never really heard about a police impersonator. I've heard about an army impersonator, a soldier impersonator, but never a policeman. I feel like you should dream bigger.
Dream bigger. Why are you advising me, sister? Why? Okay.
I'm just saying, anything we're doing is obviously we're doing well. Now, moving into our number 8 story for this week. It's emotional, it's touching, it's loving, it's everything. Last week, we told you about a man that used his body as a shield for his girlfriend to protect her from live bullets during an active shooting. I know, it's so cute. And now we're bringing the love down to the family. Now, a father who is a 58-year-old man has resigned from his job after 40 years as a pilot and registered as a junior pilot just so he can fly with his 2 daughters who just became pilots.
Oh, Daddy, don't quit your job for me.
I'm just saying, what a pension.
Oh, look how your mind is going.
I'm just saying, what about pension? I mean, think about our future, but then when you have 2 pilots and you were on a pilot salary for so long, definitely money is not your problem.
Yeah, definitely.
But imagine your daddy just say, blessing, I see that you're a presenter now. I'm quitting my job after 40 years to present with you. We're doing Weekend Rundown.
No,
You'll be in the middle.
No, thank you, Daddy.
But love.
I love you, but I need my space.
There is no but in love. There is no but in love. There is no I love you but in this story. Alright, so quickly moving on to our number 7 story. It's traumatic, it's crazy, it's violent. And because I am a soft-hearted person that cannot handle violence, Bold is the one on the story.
I am strong-hearted. I am bold-hearted. Okay, ladies. Hoorah to you, because this one is for you.
You said hoorah. Nah, you're cancelled. Leave this set.
Apparently, a lady bit off her husband's lip. Now, I don't mean she just bit it like bite and there's mark. No, I mean she literally bit it off and it fell on the floor. Yes, the man and his wife apparently had an argument. She told him she wants to travel home, but the man was like, he doesn't have enough money to give it to her for her to go home. So she threatened him that she's going to commit suicide. Apparently, he thought he had talked her out of it, so he went to work. But the lady say, nigga, no.
If I'm going down, you're going down with me.
So they got a call that his wife was attempting suicide, and he came. Why, please don't jump off. You know, he has tried to talk her down. Yeah, please come into the car, let's go home. And she gets in, and then there's another squabble, and the next thing you know, I'm sorry. I know,
You were too graphic with it. Fam.
I'm sorry. I love horror movies, so this is like horror real life story.
The pain though.
Like the guy
you know
was
when
like,
you have the pimple on top of your lip like this?
Yeah.
Do you know how painful it is?
It is
Or you're talking and you
painful.
bite your lip, and then somebody puts their incisors or this canine. What do they call the ones in front?
How sharp is that teeth? Jesus Christ. I mean, the guy was like, he picked up his lip and he put it inside a bag, and he also so bad, but he said, brother, sorry, there's no way.
You know, if we're in Jan, do I saw that in Baku?
Really? Maybe you have put on ice to preserve it, maybe 2 times.
Definitely.
So always carry ice if you have a violent wife. You don't know when it's falling off.
Or his future for kissing is going to be
Yeah.
disturbed. But moving into our number 6 story right now. Now, this one is one that I think all of us are quite acquainted with. Now, if you've been watching Big Brother Naija, I haven't been watching it, but Twitter keeps me very updated. There's a special couple in the house, Kafi and Gedoni. Now, what is different about their relationship, aside the other ones that we've been seeing, is that it involves a lot of some physical loving. Now, from what we saw last year in the house, couples deciding to get intimate is nothing new. Just that we didn't really know until Toby mentioned it and Big Brother paid more attention. Now, we've seen a lot of videos of Kafi and Gedoni being very expressive about their love to each other. But apparently, Kafi is in trouble at her job. Now, we got to know that Kafi was a Met police officer, and she's not just any Met police officer, she's one of the more outspoken women of the force. Now, Kafi has been known to always speak up about female officers, including themselves in the fight against crime, and black women coming together to join the police force and them not being discriminated against. So she's quite popular in the Met police. Now, apparently, when she asked to come to Big Brother Nigeria, she was refused.
Why?
And she went anyways.
Oh my God.
So now the Sun has reported that the Met Police Division are feeling very embarrassed because their police officer is on live TV having sex. And they're saying that what is worse is that she's there as their representative because she did not quit her job. So she is their staff that left without permission and is now, in their words, embarrassing the police force. Do you think they're being too rash?
I don't really think so. If you're with the police force, you would understand. Like, it's live TV, and she was maintaining herself is one thing, but you know, she's doing a lot of trashing.
Baby.
No, and it kind of reflects on them. And she has already made it public that she's a police officer.
Several times.
So if you go and Google her name, it links back to them. Anything you do, it links back to them. You're not like, is this how their staffs are? You understand?
Personally, I'm of the opinion that she should lose the job, not because of her sexual life. It's none of my business. But if your office, exactly, she disobeyed. They told you not to go, then you still want to leave, then you should tender your resignation. Yeah. You're supposed to do things properly. You don't just up and say you're going to go. Right. And it's even in the standard country, I will sue you first before I even fire you.
Lead by example. It's just that I don't think they're being rash.
She's in Nigeria and she cannot really be law abiding. Now let's move on to our short break. When we come back, I'm going to give you the top 5 stories for this week. It's the weekend rundown. Stick around. back and still on our worst behavior. Now I'll just give you the bottom 5 stories for this week. I'll give you a quick run through, and because I'm not entirely very smart, I shall read it because, well, yeah. At number 10, we have a man caught trying to steal the urine of an old woman. I still have so many questions about that.
Yes.
At number 9, we have an armed robber who dresses up as a policeman to rob unsuspecting people. At number 8, we have the father who quit his job after 40 years to fly with his 2 daughters. At number 7, we have Bold's cousin that bit off her husband's lip.
My family do not listen to her. They are no way related. My family is very large. They might believe you.
And finally, we have the person on number 6 spot, none other than Big Brother Niger's Kathy and her situation with her job. Now we're moving into our number 5 story for this week, and this one is immensely troubling because we've been going through situations with our security operatives. Nigeria is still conversing about the Taraba killings, where some soldiers allegedly murdered 3 policemen and rescued a kidnapped kingpin in Taraba. Now, we're already so worried about the things that our security operatives are allegedly doing, and this one is also really wild. Now, a soldier has been arraigned for rape in Ondo State. Now, you know, we've been hearing about rape stories for a while, so this is not really that far-fetched. Now, the bigger problem with this story is not only did he rape a young lady, a student of AAUA University, he raped her at a police checkpoint or soldier checkpoint, whatever they call their own kind of checkpoint.
Okay, let